Hello guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, then please give me something on the chat so that I don't sound stupid to be speaking to myself. All right, great. We have some yes here. Yep, can hear. Kevin, Michael, Peter, Ben, yeah, Vincent, Vishal, Barbera, Derry. So guys, we have a lot of people over here. I think we had about 300 people sign up for this webinar, but I think some will be coming over here in a few minutes, and some of them will maybe viewing the replay of this webinar. So are you ready to get this rolling? Okay, Barbera is saying that it's a bit choppy. Um, Can more people confirm how does it sound? I mean, if it's okay, if you can understand properly each and everything. Yeah. All right, we have a lot of confirmation that it sounds clear and good. So let's start this. So I welcome you all of the community of Content Studio to this webinar where I'm going to talk about Content Studio and Replug and different techniques and methods to use Content Studio and Replug in the most effective way to boost your traffic. I'm your host, Wakar Azim, and I'll first talk a little bit about myself because a lot of people don't know about me. So this is my first ever webinar to Content Studio community. So I wanted to start with my introduction. I started back in 2011 with affiliate marketing, and I worked with the top CPA networks in the industry, and I've generated more than $5 million of sales for different CPA networks. I think a lot of people in this webinar will be doing some CPA or affiliate marketing stuff. So I have pretty good knowledge about that field as well. So that can come in handy in this webinar and afterwards if you have any questions about that. So after the affiliate marketing career, I started to run a digital marketing agency in Dubai that was specifically for search engine optimization, website development, and social media marketing. And I run that agency for about 2 years, from 2015 to 2016, mid of 2016. And it was pretty successful, and I had a lot of clients from different marketing fields and different businesses. They were all kind of local businesses and some were enterprise clients as well. So that gave me a chance to dive into the social media marketing aspect, and there we had a lot of problem while managing social media accounts of different clients. Because there are lots of enterprise solutions available online, like Hootsuite or Sprout Social, Agora Pulse, but most of them are only limited to RSS feeds if you for that part, if you have to find content that you want to share with your clients' accounts, you have to go for another tool or another solution. So that added another extra cost. And if you have like dozens of clients, then you have to go on to higher packages of each solution. For example, if you are doing social media management, then for the social media management tool, you have to go to the highest package. And if you had to do the discovery part, then you have to buy Buzzsumo or similar tools, or even Meltwater or some other tools that are really on the high-end side, and small agencies are not really able to afford those solutions for multiple clients. So that was a problem that I had seen in the industry while working with the digital marketing clients. So that was a time when I decided that there must be a solution for content marketing and social media marketing that should cover it all. Like it should be all-in-one solution with different features, and it should cover all aspects of content marketing and social media marketing under one roof. And we are slowly reaching there with ContentStudio, and then we added Replug on top of that to provide further assistance to ContentStudio users for adding a call to actions. So now there was a little introduction about me, just to make everyone familiar that who I am and what I have been doing in the past. Now without any further delay or without any fluff, I'll be taking you inside the ContentStudio platform, and I'm gonna talk about all the features and how to use them properly. And then I'm gonna go into the Replug app, and there I'll show how to set up each and everything and how to use it in the best possible ways. So let me share my screen with you. Just give me one or anything in the chat when you see my screen, so that I can be assured that it's on track. Okay, great. So you can see my screen, and just changing. Okay, so as you can see, this is the dashboard. You must have seen the dashboard while you log into the ContentStudio account, and it gives an overview of all the activity that's happening in your account. You can quickly see how many social profiles have you connected, how many blogs have you connected, and how many topics have you created, and you can also see recent activity about your account. So that's pretty straightforward. So once you have created a ContentStudio account and you log in, the very first thing you have to do is to set up the account properly. Now, we have some onboarding steps in place for new users to get their accounts connected, get their blogs connected, and some other steps in there. But if you have not been able to connect your social accounts or anything, then this is the place you have to go to. So the very first thing I would advise is that you should check your time zone, that if it is properly set up according to your location, because all of the activity that's going to be in your account will be based on this time zone. All of the posts going out, all of the schedules that you see in the account will be according to this time zone. So that must be correct, because we have seen this problem in the past that people ignored the time zone and they were always complaining that their posts are not going according to the time they have set. So that's one of the key points to note here, that you must set your time zone first. Then if you have team members, most of the agencies and most of the small businesses or even big businesses who have multiple people on the team, they can add their team members in ContentStudio for increasing their effectivity and collaborating with each other with comments and approval process and everything, so that you can better create your content marketing strategy. So to add a team member, you can click on this button, and I'm just going to quickly go through the roles of team members. We have three kinds of roles for the team members. The very first that you don't see over here is super admin, who is the account creator or who is the one who bought the subscription for this app. The next one is administrator, who has all the rights to this app except the plan, where he can change the package and everything. That's not available to administrator. That's only with the super administrator. And then we have collaborator, which you can allow or disallow certain profiles or certain features, like if you want to allow him to add blogs, social accounts, or if you want to allow him to add new resources. So you can choose your settings accordingly. So that's how you add your team members. So if you have team members, you should add them as well. And if you have a WordPress blog, then you should preferably add it as well in the ContentStudio account. We have multiple integration types, and the preferred one is ContentStudio plugin. And we saw a lot of people asking about the help, and I think we have this notification over here, or this help, yeah, you can say help link provided over here. If you click it, you will go to the documents page where all of the steps are given about how to connect your WordPress website. So you can refer to that document for all of the process and different methods, and choose which one is best suited according to your needs. So I would like to say that you must create a WordPress blog, even if you have a company, or if you have a small business, or if you're an affiliate marketer, or if you're doing anything online, you must have a WordPress blog for it. And you must have a Tumblr blog, you must have a Medium. The reason for that is that you can syndicate your posts. If you have a main website and you're posting over there, then you can syndicate your posts to WordPress, to Tumblr, to Medium, and set your canonical tag to the original post. This is going to boost your post in SEO, in the search engine rankings. And this helps a lot with rapid indexing of your links, and you can even create multi-tiered links on top of that, those Tumblr, Medium, and WordPress blogs. So that is a different field about SEO. I'm not going to go into that detail, but for any kind of business, you should have these blogs. So if you don't have these blogs, you should have them and connect it with ContentStudio. Now, talking about social accounts, it's pretty simple. You can connect different types of your social accounts by just clicking on the connect button. The thing that I want to mention here is that whenever you connect your account of any social network, there is a default queue time that is assigned to each profile. For example, if I want to see the queue schedule of this one, you can see that the ContentStudio app identifies the best time for your account according to your previous activity, and you can set it up, and you can even change it if you want. For example, if you want to turn off Sunday or Monday, and if you want to add any time other than the one suggested by the app, you can easily do that as well. So this is the default queue where you can quickly put content in the queue by simply clicking on the button from the discovery or the module. So yeah, that was it for the social accounts. And regarding other integrations, we have link shortener, the one that is branded for ContentStudio, cstu.io. If you have a bit.ly or Google account, you can connect that as well. A lot of people were asking about content spinner. You may know that content spinners come in handy if you are working for content for SEO or other type of blogs. So you can quickly make the content unique with Word AI, Chimp Writer, or Spin Rewriter. If you have accounts with any one of those spinners, you can simply plug in the details in here, and then you can use it in the discovery and other modules. I'm going to talk about that when we go to those modules. If you're a Pocket account user, you know that Pocket is also a content curation app where you can quickly save and then restore data according to your needs. If you have a Pocket account, you should connect that as well. And Replug is our second app that I'm going to talk about later in great detail, which you can use to add call to actions on other people's content. What I mean by that is whatever content you share online, that can be from any website, website that allows iframes, you can add your own call to action message or opt-in box or anything informatory or anything that can lead traffic to your website. So you can add those messages on top of your shared links. A lot of people are uh, they don't know about the sources, because when they go to the discovery module, they see that they are not able to find content according to their needs. So we have a lot of database of websites, you can say, that we have already added in the system, and we are continuously improving those and adding new websites according to the suggestions of our users. But for those who don't find content, you can quickly add RSS feeds or new domains or anything that relates to your industry. For example, uh, let's say I want to add a website related to search engine optimization. We can say SEO, that may be better. Yeah, so you can see that this goes to the RSS feeds library, and it quickly gives me the results that are related to SEO. So you can see that you can add SEO book, SEO black hat, and different websites. Now, if a feed doesn't show up over here, and if you have a feed is direct link, then you can simply add it in here. And let me just copy. So once you click on the preview of this RSS feed, it's gonna pick up the content, and you can quickly see how this feed looks like. For example, this feed gives us the content's full detail, like the whole article can be viewed in the feed. So this is pretty good. And if you want to add it, you can simply click next, and you can view all the other posts. And if you want to add that feed, you can do that from here. This feed already exists, that we have a filter in there that if a field is already present, then you don't need to add that again. Similarly, for Facebook, you see that in the discovery module, you can search for content from Facebook pages, and a lot of people are complaining that they are not finding enough content from Facebook. We have about more than 5,000 top pages of Facebook already added in the ContentStudio database, and on the daily basis, a lot of people are adding new Facebook pages. So what you can do is, like we did in the domains, you can also search here for the content. So now this is going to show you all the Facebook pages that you can add. The green ones are already added, and if you want to add another Facebook page that you think is producing good content in your industry, then you can quickly add that as well. Now, as soon as you add a domain, a source, or a Facebook, it's not gonna bring content in the discovery module instantly. The crawlers take time, about 1 hour or so. After that, if the page or feed has more than 10 posts, we have set a limit of 10 posts, and as soon as the posts will be greater than 10, then the content will start to show in the discovery module. So now let's go to the discovery module. The very first thing you see is the trending articles from the web. Now this is basically for those who are looking for viral content or viral news or viral stories from around the world. Get content from different countries, different languages. You can sort content by trending, most shared, and shares from different social networks. You can get content from different time period. So you can adjust these filters according to your needs. The very first thing that you should do in Discovery is to customize your sidebar. If you have not seen this option before, now you can, the very first thing you should do is to customize your sidebar. This is because you should be only focusing on those areas that are related to your industry. For example, if you are not going to produce content related to autos and vehicles, you should turn this off. And if you don't need comedy, you should turn this off. Similarly, if you don't need another topic, you should turn this off. And once you click done, those contents or those topics will disappear. So this way you can keep it highly related to your industry. And if you want to hide all the quick topics, you can do that as well. So this will clean up your topic feeds, and you will have more time to focus on the content that you need. Now let's dive in the content creation process. Some people find it a bit tricky that how does this and or works. So I'm going to explain it a bit in here. Let's suppose my topic is digital marketing, and the very first keyword that comes to my mind is maybe content marketing. When you press enter, this will be added to the inclusions section. Let's add another keyword, social media marketing. Now you can see that I have two keywords. One is content marketing, the other one is social media marketing. Now if I hit save, it's going to show me content related to only these two keywords, content marketing and social media marketing. But if I want to restrict content that is related to content marketing and social media marketing from a specific domain, then I'm going to use and in here between these articles and domain filters so that the content will be restricted according to. Let's suppose I select content marketing world or content marketing institute. Now what's going to happen is that my content will only appear from Content Marketing Institute, and it will be related to content marketing and social media marketing. Let's hit save and check this. Now as you can see that all of the content is related to Content Marketing Institute. And it is either related to content marketing or social media marketing topic. Now let's edit this topic, and I'm going to change the filter to or. Now it's going to change the results according to the or filter, where it will be either content marketing or social media marketing, or it will be content from Content Marketing Institute. But the content from that website can be out of content marketing or social media marketing. I hope you get the point. Now you see that the content is related to content marketing and social media marketing, but it is also from other websites as well. And in between, we will see content from Content Marketing Institute as well, like here you can see that. And if you want to remove any website, for example, if you don't like content from a specific website, as you can see, for example, if I don't want content from this website, I can simply go into that topic and I can add it to the exclude list. I don't know what was the name of that website, but whatever it was, I can simply enter it into the exclude domains and it will be excluded from the results. So this is how you create a topic. And if you want to exclude certain keywords, you can do that as well. For example, content marketing jobs. Now, if I have added the keyword content marketing jobs in the exclude, then it's not going to appear in any search results. So you should add some keywords like jobs, tips. Sometimes the tips and other kind of keywords work, but if you don't need it, then you can remove that. I just have the jobs keyword in mind right now, but some keywords are there that produce irrelevant results most of the time. Another thing I want to talk about that just came to my mind is, for example, I'm going to type the keyword SEO. Now you can see that in Korea, we have some artists that are called SEO, whose name is SEO and whose full name is SEO in group or whatever it is. So this produces sometimes bad results because our filters are looking for those keywords and those topics. But sometimes these wrong, we can say wrong keywords or wrong matching results in irrelevant results. So as soon as you see these kind of results, you can simply add them to exclude. So if I add these keywords in the exclude, all of the results related to those keywords will automatically be excluded. So this is pretty important that you should give the keyword suggestions a quick view and see if there is any keyword that doesn't relate to your topic. And if you see that it doesn't relate to your topic, you should add it to exclude immediately. Now, one of the good things about the topic feed is that you can sort content by most shared. What I like to do is that I find content that is most shared in the last 7 days, or maybe you can stretch it to last 30 days or so. Because if I'm talking about digital marketing industry, the industry I'm working in, so the content that is in the last 7 days will be new, and even if I share content from last 30 days, it will also be new. It will contain tips and tricks that are still relevant to the industry at the moment. So I quickly pick the content and I add it to my favorites. Here I have, and this is where you can add content to favorites in favorite folders. And I like to create folders with the name of my account of social media or whatever it is where the content is going, so that I can quickly share it on those social media accounts. For example, if I'm going to share this article on ContentStudio, I'm going to add it into the ContentStudio folder. So the best practice is that you should quickly go through all the content, and whatever content you like, you should add it to your favorite folders. So this will maybe take like 2 or 3 minutes for you to find good content in there. And once you have that, you can add it to your favorites. And after that, let me open the favorites folder now. Yeah, you can see that I've just added these 3 articles right now. So I can quickly share them. Sharing them from the favorite folders helps me to keep track of them. And once they are shared from the favorite folders, I simply disable them. I'm going to show that to you in a moment. So let's say I'm going to share this content to the ContentStudio profile on Facebook. Let me add Twitter account as well, so that we can cover most of the cases in here. Now you can see that the content is loaded for all the different social media accounts. We have different options over here. One is to add image. If I am going to add image in here, it's going to replace the link that has been created for the social media, for the social Facebook page. So I'm not going to do that. But if I want to change the image that is present in here as the featured image of this post, I can see what other images are there in this article. I can quickly select them if I want, or if I want to change an image from my folder, I can do that as well. Another good thing about our social media publisher or scheduler is that you can quickly enhance your images in a few clicks. This is not a good image that I have selected. So let me select another image so that maybe this one. There are a lot of options available to you. For example, you can add frames, overlays, stickers, effects. So you can add any type of effect to this. For example, if I want to make it black and white, I can quickly apply it, save it, and boom, it's done. So that way you can edit your images quickly. Another feature in this photo editor is that you can create memes quickly. For some reason, I'm not able to type in here. But this is how it works, that you have to type the top text and bottom text, and it is quickly added on top of the image, and then you apply it and hit save, and it will be automatically replaced with that featured image. So you can do that for all of your social media accounts. And if you want to create a new image from scratch, you can do that as well. We have a different image editor for that. A lot of people ignore these features, and they're not familiar with these features. So I think it's important to talk about these features in this webinar. I think my internet sucks, or something is wrong in here. So let's skip that. I'll share a video later on after the webinar if possible. And here is the Replug CTA. If you don't know about the Replug app, I'm going to talk about that later. But for those who know, you can add your Replug call to action from here. All of the Replug action call to actions that you have created in the Replug app, you can simply call them here. And this should automatically pick it up. So it's generating Replug link. Now you can see that the link has been changed. And when I'm gonna post this, the Replug call to action will appear on this post. I'll share this post in a moment. Before that, I'm going to talk about the hashtags. You can see that a lot of hashtags have been suggested. So what I do is that most probably I like to add tags that are in the green, because those keywords are already present in the post. And as you can see, that content has been replaced with the hashtag. Now, hashtags are pretty important for some networks. For example, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook is kind of okay with hashtags. I mean, you don't get text from Facebook, but on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram that we're going to add later, they are pretty good to get traffic using hashtags. So you must add hashtags when you're posting to those networks. I'm going to publish this post now. So this post will appear in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to get a notification over here that the post has been published. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk about, I think this is the post that has been published. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk about some other things. As you can see that the image or the article that we just shared has been blurred so that you can quickly identify those articles that have been shared and those that you haven't shared yet. And you can see which profiles the content has been shared on. Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit about Twitter influencers. This is pretty good for those people who are into content marketing and uh, who are into influencer marketing. You can see that this post that I shared right now, it has this Content Studio account in there because I've just shared this post from Content Studio account. So you can see that this filter is running on runtime and it is showing all the influencers that have shared this post in the last 7 days. Now, this is according to the date, sorted by date. But if you want to sort it by followers, you can quickly see who are the people with most followers that are sharing content in your industry. For example, I'm sharing content related to content marketing, and Christian is one of the guys who is having most followers, more than 80K followers. So what the best practice is that you should reach out to these influencers in your market for uh, maybe about your product. If you have a product, if you have business, then you should reach out to those influencers, talk to them about an offer, um, and try to get them to share your link or share your website or promote your content because you see that they have 80,000 followers on their Twitter account. So if they are going to share it on their Twitter account, it is going to be having a massive effect on your traffic. And you should mention them in your blog posts. That is another good technique that you should mention them in your blog post and then tag them on their Twitter account. That is what I have done uh, on my personal Twitter account and another Twitter account that I created just for the demo purpose a few days ago. What I've done in that Twitter account is that whenever I'm sharing a content, I'm also tagging the influencer in my Twitter account or Twitter post. So the influencer sees that I am sharing his content. So he either retweets it or likes it. So his influencers also, his followers also see that the influencer has liked or retweeted that content. So that post is reaching to massive audience only by tagging that influencer in my post. I'm just gonna share a Twitter account that I created about a month ago, I think. You can see that it has 314 tweets that has been posted on complete autopilot from Content Studio. And within a month, those tweets have generated more than 121K tweet impressions. And my profile has been visited 218 times, 27 times has been mentioned in other tweets. I've gained 102 followers. Now, this account was uh, created to cater a specific industry, that is cryptocurrency or blockchain industry. So you can see that 120K impressions on complete autopilot without touching the account. I have never logged into this account like maybe in 15 years or so before I made a video, then I logged in and I have logged back in today in this account. So let's see what else the analytics data shows us. You can see that the tweets are getting impressions continuously and I have a lot of engagement on this account and you can see the link clicks, 387 link clicks and 150 times, 55 times the tweets have been retweeted 240 times they have been liked, 21 replies. So it's a pretty good account that is going on autopilot. Uh, so once this account grows, you can run offer on this, maybe related to affiliate marketing, and maybe if you have a product related to that industry, you can promote that using Content Studio or Replug, or you can simply post your affiliate links within the other tweets that you are sharing. This way, you can get traffic to that offer or your website. So let's come back to Content Studio. Now, this was for the articles discovery part. As you can see that we have YouTube, Dailymotion, Facebook, and other networks as well. Let's see what's trending on YouTube. So you can see that these are the videos that are trending on YouTube. If you have a page that is related to viral news, viral stories, this is pretty handy that you can quickly share YouTube videos that are trending right now on your viral pages. You can sort those videos from different regions, and you can get region-specific content. If you have a page that is in a specific region, and you can get content from Dailymotion as well. So this is the content that is trending on Dailymotion right now. You can see that this video was posted 2 days ago and it got 19K likes. So it's pretty good. And we have more videos underneath as well. So let's go to Facebook now. This is the content that is trending on Facebook right now. Yes, you can see if you want to see the videos that are trending on Facebook right now. So these are all the videos. You can call them viral, or you can say that they are trending right now. And if you want to share them, you can share on different social media networks as well. One cool feature that we have that I may miss, so let me talk about that, is about the insights of a Facebook page. This is giving that. So you can see that the page ABC10 has this much page fans. The average interaction is 1.8K. So we have a lot of data related to that page. You can see how the fans are growing day by day in different graphical forms. You can see where their audience is from. You can see their post publication frequency. You can see their post daily evolution by type, what type of content they're posting. So you can see that this page is producing more content that is of links type and less content that is of video or status or even photo. And it got the most engagement on 2nd October. So this is a lot of data related to any Facebook page that you want to see. You can see their most engaging posts. This can come pretty handy when you are comparing different competitors, and if you want to see what kind of strategy they have employed and what kind of posts they are sharing, when they are sharing, and which posts are getting most engagement. So you can share a similar or better content to get engagement on your Facebook pages. And if you want to see all the posts from this fan page, you can do that as well. So these are all the posts from this page. The same type of analytics are available for domains as well. Let's say we want to see what data we have for this domain. You can see a quick overview of this domain, that what kind of Alexa rank, what kind of monthly visitors and every page visitors this has. You can see engagement on different social media networks, their different performance indicators, the traffic per country. their different traffic sources. You can see that they are getting most of their traffic from search and direct links. And you can also quickly see how their social engagement metrics look like. The article publication frequency. So you see that they are not producing content on a specific day, maybe a Sunday or Saturday, for example. We don't have any articles for 14th October and 8th October. So this is their strategy that you can quickly research and see and compose your own content strategy and social media strategy accordingly, looking at your competitors. If you want to see who are the authors on this website, I think this doesn't have. Yeah, it has shown the authors. Um, you can quickly see who are the authors, and if you want to approach, for example, if this is a news website and if you want to approach a specific author, you can do that as well. And if you want to tag an author on Twitter, you can do that as well to get more exposure to your tweets and more traffic to your website through tagging on Twitter. So that was all about the discovery. I think I have covered most of the parts. I may have missed a couple of things, maybe uh, the stats thing. You can see that you can quickly see how this post is getting likes over a period of time. So this post has a pretty steep graph of engagement. And if you want to preview an article, you can do that as well without all the distractions like ads or anything in between. If you are a person who likes to read content on the fly, you can do that as well from this. And uh, for most of the domains or articles, we try to get full content of their article. But for some reasons or some restrictions that are imposed by different domains, we are not able to get full content for all the websites. About 10 or 8% of the websites are those that are only for the abstract content where we get one or two liner content. But for the most of the other websites, we have a full content. That can come pretty handy when you are working in the composer section, because you can copy certain parts of an article and compose your own blog post in there. So let's see search engine optimization tips. This is, let's say, a title of post, and if I am looking for search engine optimization content, as I said that you can add pieces of article from this to your article. So you can see that it says click or add to remove. Once you click on a specific part of an article, it is selected. You can see that how many have you selected. So for the sake of example, I'm just adding randomly, and I'm gonna add them to Composer. So you can see that all of that content is quickly added to Composer. This helps you to quickly an article with your own commentary. The purpose of this is not to copy other people's content, but to reference specific parts of content from another website and write your own commentary, or write your own review, or write your own perspective on that article to make it unique. And what you can do is you can also drag and drop snippet of that article as well. Uh, and once you have multiple article pieces over there, you can write your commentary for this article, uh, if you see this plus button over here, if you press it, yeah, you can add text in there, my commentary over here, whatever it is. And if you want to add something in here, so you can write that commentary in here. And if you want to add an image, you can do that as well. Simply hit the upload button and it will ask for the image. If you want to change the positioning of this article, you can do that from here. You can see every snippet of content has been linked to its original article, so that it gives a backlink to the original content, and the author is like the original website is also compatible with that. Once you have a nicely composed content, I've just roughly composed this one, but if you have a blog post that has been composed and you think you want to check if it is good enough from the SEO perspective, you can check its score as well. And our SEO toolbox will give you all the suggestions that are related to on-page SEO, so that you don't have to optimize it once you post it on your WordPress blog. As you can see, I have the page title is okay, but I have to add a keyword. Uh, for example, if my target keyword is SEO, then it is checking for that keyword. Now, if it says that I should add it in the page title, and I don't have this keyword in page description, so it says that I should add it there. I should have it in the heading, in the main content, and it gives some miscellaneous tips as well. So try to make your score to maybe 80% above, and that will be good for your SEO. Now, once you have composed this article, if you want to preview it, you can do that. This is how it will exactly look like on your WordPress blog. So you can see if you need to make any changes to this before publishing on your blog. I had a couple of queries regarding how to choose categories. So let's go to the next step. Here you can choose the featured image for this WordPress blog. I'm not going to do that here. What I wanted to show is that you can select your WordPress author that you have already in your blog, and the categories that you have in there. You can select which category it should go to, which author it should have when it's posted, and you can set the post status to either publish or draft. And if you want the content to spin, like if you want to change or rewrite the content to make it unique, you can do that with Chimp Rewriter, Spin Rewriter, Word AI, or our built-in pre-spinner. This is pretty handy if you're doing it for SEO blog. You can quickly compose a nice article and then take it to the spinner to make it a bit unique, and then post it on your blog. And if you want to translate it to another language, you can do that as well. We are using a translator on the back end that will translate it to most of the languages, most of the common languages that are available around the world. If you want to remove anchor links, you can do that. Another cool feature we have is that you can share this post once it's published on your WordPress blog to social media. So this way you can create a good effect on your SEO, that once a post is posted on your blog, it is posted on all of your social media accounts as well. So you can gain some SEO points or SEO relevancy score from those social media or social signals to your post. That come pretty handy when we talk about SEO and search engine optimization. So that's how you compose a WordPress blog. You can similarly add YouTube videos, Dailymotion videos. If you have a relevant Facebook post, you can add that. Let me just go back a step. And let's search Twitter for search engine optimization. So let's say you like this post and you want to add it here. So it will be automatically formatted according to the Twitter's you can say UI or Twitter's embed link. So you don't have to do anything at all by yourself. Similarly, you can do that for Facebook, Dailymotion, YouTube, and other Imager and Flickr and Jiffy and Pixabay that are for stock images or free images if you want to embed them in your post. So that's how you create a blog post using the Composer section. You can quickly create roundup posts, review posts, weekly post for any topic. So that can come pretty handy for composing blog posts. Similarly, the social media post is exactly the same as I described in the discovery module. All of the features are the same, except that you are not sharing other people's content in here. You are composing your own post. And if you like an article, you can simply drag and drop it here in the composer as well. Now I'll talk about automation, because most of the people are interested to fully automate their content posting to either to their blog or to their social media. So let's talk a little bit about automation. I'm going to select the accounts. So this is exactly similar to what we had in the topic creation part. You have to include keywords, include domains, exclude keywords, exclude domains. And if you want to choose that an article should be of a certain length, you can choose that as well. Post region is also available. Post language. Sorry about that. I think my computer is halting. Okay, so post age, post language, post region, minimum social engagement, and all of these options are available to you. So that you can create highly targeted automation campaigns that go to your social media or to your blog. In the automation campaigns, we also have the Replug CTA in here. What this does is that you can create a fully automated system where a content is selected according to your niche or topic, and Replug CTA is added on top of that, and you are creating a fully hands-free system where links are being shared and your Replug CTA is added automatically on top of that. And if you want to add any hashtag for this campaign, you can do that as well. For example, if you're making this campaign for content marketing industry, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add hashtags like hash content marketing, hash content curation, hash content discovery, whatever the best tags are. I'm going to add that in each and every post. And if you have multiple hashtags, then hashtags will be randomly chosen from those. So you can create multiple campaigns. If we talk about the whole topic, for example, digital marketing industry, then it can be divided into content marketing, search engine optimization, maybe paid marketing. So I will add relevant hashtags according to the topic, according to the subtopic. This way you can create a mega effect that will have all of your tweets will have hashtags, and if you want to select the author mention as well, you can do that as well. Our tool automatically identifies the author of an article, and it automatically tags the author as well. So that is a pretty good benefit. You don't have to look for the Twitter handle of an author or and because it can be a bit tricky, because if you're working in another platform, uh, searching for an author handle from while posting, it can be difficult. So the automation campaign, authors are automatically mentioned, hashtags are added automatically, Replug CTAs are added automatically. So all of this is 100% hands-free automation campaign. So that's how you create automated campaigns for article links to social media. Similarly, you can create campaigns that post videos to your social media, and that can be videos from either YouTube or Dailymotion. That is pretty similar, so I'm not going to go into detail since let's talk about articles to blog. Now, the only different part in this is that you have to select your blog in here, and you have to select the blog's author, blog's category, and you don't have to uh, uh, select to change anything other than that. For example, when I go to the next step, all of the options in the step 3 are exactly similar. Uh, so that's pretty much about posting automated articles to blog. Similarly, you can share videos to your blog if you want. If you have a blog that is only sharing videos in your niche or in your topic, you can simply set up an automation campaign that picks up videos from YouTube or Dailymotion and post it on your blog or social media according to your filters and rules. One thing I forgot to mention is that when creating a campaign, I'll quickly do that. That you can schedule it at a fixed interval, recurring, or you can select a custom schedule, or you can add it to queue. Now, this is the default queue that I talked about in the beginning, that when you connect your account, the article can go into the queue that you have set up, or that the system has set up when you connected your account. Um, Once that is done, you can select for how many days the content will be fetched. For example, if I select 2 days, your content for the next 2 days will be fetched in advance, and you can see that in the planner module, and you can edit it. And I highly recommend that in the next option you choose, and you check this option, I'd like to review content before it is published. What it's going to do is that it will not publish content without your approval. All of the content will go into the review first, and this can help in removing the content that is not according to your needs. And only that content goes into your social media and blog that is fully approved and that you think is okay to go to your social network. So I highly recommend that you should check this box. So that you can review content before it is published. Now, this circle is moving. That means it is fetching posts for this campaign. Now, let it fetch the campaigns. It will take about 30 seconds or so. Meanwhile, I can check campaigns submissions for some other campaign. So now these are the posts that have been, you can see the filter is set to scheduled only. So these are the posts that are scheduled to go out. And now if you want to change anything, you can do that. You can quickly see if there's any problem in the post. You can quickly change that. And for example, I should remove this post because this post doesn't have an image. So mostly I would like to have a post that always contains an image. because that is more appealing and that can get us more engagement. And uh, by default, if you have scheduled a post, that is in the approved status. But if you want to change the status, you can do that. Once it is under review, it will not be posted to your account even after the date has passed. And if you reject it, it will altogether it will not be posted to your account. For example, if I'm going to reject this post, now it is processing and the post has been removed, and it will be removed in the you can see that it is moved to rejected section. Now now you can see that once I have selected the rejected status as well, that post has appeared in here, and now this is rejected for now. But if in any case, if you want to reopen it sometime later and you want to edit it, you can simply hit the reopen button and make the changes and select the schedule again. If you want to post it now or maybe post it at some time later, you can do that and hit save, and it will be automatically approved and published according to your selected time. So that's how the review and approval process works. Now let's quickly see the automation campaign that I had created. I think it was the test one, yeah. So let's see the posts of that campaign. Now you can see that I had clicked the option to mark each and every post in the under review. Now you see that all of the posts have been in under review section. So the post will not be posted without my approval or without your team's approval. Somebody on your team, maybe administrator, has to approve this post to go to the approval section, and then it will be posted. Now, once I change the status to approve, and if I hit save, it's gonna be moved to the schedule section. Now you can see that there were 7 posts in under the review section. Now I have 1 post moved into the schedule section. So this post is ready to go. But if you still think that there is something that you don't like about that post, you can change the status of that post at any time. So the idea of putting posts under review is to make sure that each and every post go through certain filters and your scrutiny, and you see them by your eyes, and if you think they are good enough to go on your accounts, then you should post them. So yeah, I think that's it for the Content Studio part. I've tried to cover most of the things, and if you have any questions regarding Content Studio, you can write them in the chat box, and I'm gonna answer your questions one by one. And then I'm gonna move on to the Replug and quickly go over that section. Okay, Mark has asked that can we curate and post to Instagram? Mark, right now, Instagram is in development mode. Hopefully we'll have that ready by the end of next month. Mike H has asked that best image size if we import. Mike, we are composing a blog post that will be published in this hopefully in this week, where I'm gonna talk about the best image sizes for all of the social media networks. So make sure you read that post, and hopefully that will answer your question. Can you use print rewriter only on text blocks that we want to reflect the creative? Yes, Jeff, you can do the spin rewriter on the text blocks you have selected. Geoffrey has asked, why would one disable anchor links? Uh, because some people don't like to have too many anchor links in their post, and uh, they like to have less links pointing outward from their website or article. So they afterwards add it manually, or if they want to change the anchor text of that, or maybe if they want to add anything on top of that. So that's why they do it. But I think in any case, anchor links should not be disabled, and you should always mention the original source of the article. Ain has said no image show while share blog post to Facebook. Um, when you share a blog post to Facebook, images must show in, but if you are having any problem, you can write to the support ticket. Yes, Pin Rewriter integration is really easy, David. You just have to add your username and API key, I guess, and it will be automatically connected. Yeah, our spinner is on par with, you can say, that spin rewriter or chimp rewriter, but it's not good enough as word AI. But it's equally better than spin rewriter and chimp rewriter. I have white label license. Bhaskar has asked, I have a white label reseller license for. Bhaskar, can you please send us a support ticket regarding the subscription, because we'll have to check that what is your subscription. Okay, there are lots of questions, and I think I'm missing a lot of. Let me go back a bit. Daddy has asked uh, that can we post quotes? Let me just go back to the platform for a minute and show you a really powerful feature we have in there. I have missed that for some reason. So this is the discovery module, and when you click on the quotes section, there we have two, you see on top of that, we have two sections. One is quotes from Facebook, and here you see quotes from popular Facebook pages that are producing quotes that you can share with your audience. But obviously, some quotes have, you see that their fan page's name in their word porn or whatever the fan page's name is. So if you want to avoid that, we have recently created a new section that is a custom quotes section, and these are fully free to use quotes. We have created them by ourselves. The images are free stock images that we have used on the back end, and all of the you can see all of the quotes are different, and they have different font, and they have different images and different styling. So if you want to use these quotes in your social media pages, that can come pretty handy, and we have lots of them. I don't have exact number as to how many we have, but I think we have more than 20,000 or so. So you can see, quickly go through this, and you can find relevant quotes according to your needs. And as you go down, you will find more quotes in there. So this is something I quickly wanted to show according to Gary's question. Daddy, you cannot edit the quotes at the moment, but I have this suggestion already that we should be able to edit code, like we should be able to edit at least the backend image, so that you can create a different code that is copyright free, that you can share on your social media. The rule about using someone else's content. Well, if you are sharing someone else's content on social media, obviously it's a plus for them. So that's not a problem at all. But if you are sharing someone else's content on your blog, then the rule of the thumb is that you should always mention the original source, and you should never copy the full content from their article, and you should take a part of content from the article and give the source to that original article. That way you can be sure, because the reason for that is you are giving a valuable backlink to the original source. So the original content owner should be happy about that, that you are giving them a backlink. Uh, on top of that, you are spreading their word, and you're sharing their article on your blog. So that's okay. They're not gonna send you a copyright notice. But if you are going to copy all of their articles, for example, we had a customer. Basically, he had a travel website, and what he did was that he added like 4 or 5 travel websites, and he copied all of their content onto his own website. That is totally not permissible, and that is not totally advisable, because you can run into problems for that, and we can run into problems for that as well, because we will have to remove those sources on our end if they ask us to. For example, if you're copying a content from a specific website, then if that website contacts us that this guy or this website is copying all the content from this using our Content Studio, then obviously we'll have to investigate. So it's not good to copy all of the content from a specific website. Yes, language conversion is pretty easy. I think we are using a pretty popular translator on the back end. It's not Google. I think it is Bing or Yandex. We are using both in the back end. So they are pretty good. We tested them against Google, and it was giving us better results, so we went with them. Okay, Walter is asking, I have heard that you should not use more than 40% of the original article. There's no specific percentage mentioned by Google or anyone, but the rule of thumb is that you should keep less than 30% of someone else's content on your blog. And but when you add multiple articles in your blog, for example, if you add 30% from one, 30% from another, 30% from another, so you can compose a pretty good post using 30% of other people's content and linking to them properly and talking about them, and also give your review or your commentary on top of that, because that will help your readers and that will help the original content owner as well. Yeah, okay, let's now move on to Replug, uh, because it's going to get longer, so I don't want to waste any more time. And just give me a minute. Okay, Replug. You can see here that this is my original account that is linked to, I think, Content Studio. I have just created 3 brands, and these are 327 links that are totally automatically created by Content Studio. And I have got 56,000 views on those 327 links. And out of those, I have got 362 conversions that include link clicks plus form submissions. So you can see the performance over different days. You can see countries. I have most of the traffic from USA, and Replug.co, that is our shortener, is the most visited referral. So the very first thing you have to do is to create call to action. Let me just refresh it because it has been inactive for quite a while. Yeah, as you can see, these are the three brands, and I think I'm using only one of that. 330 Replug links have been created only for this brand. Let me just edit the one so that you can quickly see what I have in there. So this is the company product or company brand name that you have to show that appears over here along with your logo, and just enter your website. That this is the website that will be visited by user when he clicks on this logo only. This is not your call to action yet. This is only for the branding part that appears beneath the logo or below the logo. Sorry, below the call to action bar. That is the branding part. Now, when I click next, I can choose between four types of links. One is button, one is link, the other one is form, and the fourth one is retargeting. Now, for the retargeting part is where you can add your retargeting pixels, and then you can use those audience in the Facebook ads and AdWords ads. This can come pretty handy if you're using paid traffic. But if you're not using paid traffic, then you can skip that part and you can only use buttons, links, or forms. Now it depends what your end goal is. If your end goal is to get traffic to your website or offer or your affiliate link or anything or whatever you're promoting, then you should use button or link. But if you want to collect their emails, name or emails, then you should be using form. We had a test, an internal test for, you can say that A/B test that we ran for social and banner, and we found that social converts better than banner. So I recommend you that you should use social more often. Now, once you've selected the call to action type, you can see that I have already filled in the message headline, the message, the button text, and the button URL. Now this is your call to action button. This is where the person or viewer will click, and it should lead to your website, your product, or your offer. So once I'm done, I can change I can customize the look and feel of it, but I like to keep it as it is. So that's it. Just save call to action. I've already saved it. Now, once you have your call to action saved, this is if you want to create manual replug links. If you want to create manual replug links, then you can go to new link and select the brand or call to action that we just created and add the link to an article that you want to show on the back end where your call to action will be placed. But if you want to use a replug with ContentStudio, then you only need to create call to actions. Replug links will be automatically created by ContentStudio. Now let's go back to ContentStudio. Let's suppose I want to share the first article, sorry. Okay, let's suppose I want to share this article on any of my social pages. When I click on this Replug CTA, the call to action that I just created, for example, if I named it ContentStudio, I'm going to select that, and Let me just load it again. It should have this one, but I think it's processing on the back end. Yeah, now it got it right. The URL should be here. This URL should come in here because that's where the replug link will be added. So select the call to action and click on done. Now what this is doing is that it's creating a replug link on top of that. So I'm not going to share it on my profile. I'm just going to view it in different screens so that you can see how does it look like. Now you see that the article that I shared has my call to action in there. It says check out this offer, get 10% discount on your next purchase, click here to get started. So whatever it is. So that's how you create a call to action by sharing content from discovery module. But if you want to share content using automation module, then I think I talked about that while I created this campaign. It comes in under step 3. There you have to select the replug call to action. So once you have selected your call to action, for example, the call to action that I created, ContentStudio, I'm going to select that. Now, whenever this automation campaign runs, by that I mean if whenever this post to my social media, there will be a replug call to action added on top of my shared link. So there is no need to create replug links from replug. You just have to create your brand once. If you have multiple brands, you can create all of them and then select whatever brand you want to choose in here. This is pretty good because as I showed you my account, that I am continuously sharing content related to content marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing, and they are going into different social media accounts because I have created, you can see that I have a Twitter account that is with the name content marketing. Then we have a ContentStudio account. So all of these accounts keep posting content that is relevant to our industry, and we have a call to action on top of that, from where we get traffic to our website. So any visitor who is visiting maybe Content Marketing Institute's content, he clicks on our link as well to see what we are offering. So that way we get traffic back to our website. Similarly, if you have an autoresponder, because you can connect autoresponders in. Let me just quickly go in there. If you have autoresponder from any of these, Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, Constant Contact, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, and Drip, Infusionsoft are coming soon. So any of these, if you have, you can collect emails as well by sharing other people's content. And you can do that completely hands-free by automation campaign. So it's like setting up once and sharing content again and again. And I found that Twitter is pretty good for this because in Twitter, there is pretty good search traffic. Let me just go to. This feature of search Twitter is really heavily used by the visitors as compared to Facebook, where search feature of Facebook is not that much used. What I found that when I automated the whole thing on Twitter, I'm getting a lot of traffic from Twitter because I think a lot of people search through the search bar, and that's where our content appears mostly. It's not about followers; it's about having the impression or having the reach to the to your visitors. For example, if someone is searching for content marketing, my articles, if I have more of them, they appear in the search results, and that's how they click on it. They visit that article, they see our Replug CTA, and then click on it, and then go to our website. So that's a pretty good thing to create a massive amount of traffic. But you have to be but you have to make sure that you're not over spamming any social network. Just keep it in the limits and just do it consistently. And I think I should phrase it like this, that it should not look that it's all automated. You should have different intervals. Uh, for example, if you're posting uh, once after 3 hours, then your next post should be maybe after 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours. Like the time between posting should be different. That's where we have, um, as I told you, we have a custom scheduling option or queue. You see that I had selected queue for this one because in queue I have different timings. I don't have a set time, or I'm not using recurring, because if it keeps posting after 3 hours or after 4 hours, it looks all automated, and that's where different social networks are also tracking you. If you're Because our system is pretty accurate, if you say to post it to 3 hours, it will post after 3 hours. So that's where Twitter or other social networks can track that you're using some automation software to post content. So instead, you should use custom schedule, where you are posting at different times on different days, or you should use the default queue that you have set while you have connected your accounts. So that was about having call to actions. And another thing that you can do in Replug is that you can add your custom domains. It's pretty easy, and we have document knowledge base as well, where you can see how you can add your custom domains. So for example, if I buy content.studio domain, all of my links will have content.studio / whatever the variable in front of it. So all of my links will appear branded. If you have a custom domain, you can use that over here as well. So that's about Replug as well, and automating it with ContentStudio. I think I have tried to cover most of it. Now, do you have any questions about Replug? I think some people have asked questions about. Travis has asked, can we post to other people's groups automatically in Facebook that we have been? No, no, Travis, you can't do that because that's against Facebook's terms of service, and um, we are trying to keep as compliant as possible, although the automation is kind of on the edge, but still it's in the limits. So we're not going to add posting to other groups that you are not admin of. How can affiliate offers be integrated? Um, for affiliate offers, you just have to go to your affiliate network, whatever it is, if it is a ClickBank or um, share a sale, Amazon, whatever it is, you just get your link for that offer and add it in the Replug, or add it in while you are composing posts from your social media. So that's how you use your affiliate offers. Ryan has asked, was this an upgrade? Yes, Ryan, this was an upgrade to Content Studio, and it's a not an upgrade, but a different app that is complementing Content Studio in automating most of stuff. Uh, Daddy has asked that I have Email Force. Daddy, I'm sorry, we don't have Email Force integration right now. Peter, yes, and we targeting for Infusionsoft integration as well. So hopefully, if we get a few more requests, then we can speed it up. Mark is asking if can I add another email provider that is not listed? Mark, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to discuss about that with my development team. I'll note down all of the questions that we have here, even if I'm not able to answer those questions. But I'll try to answer them in an email or in a blog post or somewhere, or maybe in the Facebook group. I'll try to answer that. Geoffrey, some sites do not accept iframe. Yeah, actually, there are some websites because Replug is not the first software that is doing call to actions on your shared links. There have been some softwares before that are on the monthly pricing and they charge heavily for that. And that's where certain websites, those are big websites, they started to disallow iframing their website. So if we go beyond their terms of service, we can do iframe them, but that will not be compliant with them. So we just skipping that for now. We are not going to iframe those websites who are not allowing. But right now, I think YouTube and Dailymotion are not being able to iframe in our platform, but in recent or near future update, hopefully you will be able to add YouTube videos and Dailymotion videos in your replug and add call to action on top of that. Can you use our own API? Just that on. Jeff, may I know what API are you talking about? Yes, there will be recording available for this webinar. Yeah, Derry is asking about Facebook's reach. Yep. Actually, Facebook is uh, really targeting the organic reach in the past years. You have seen that it was like they reduced the reach once, and then we again got a news some months after that that they are reducing the reach even further. Now the problem is they want you to pay for ads. That is why they are mostly looking to reduce the organic reach. And what I have found is that when you share good quality content with your audience on your Facebook page and you consistently get likes or reactions or comments, that means maybe interaction or engagement, then your reach slowly starts to increase. But if you share irrelevant content with your audience, for example, if your audience is related to digital marketing and you are sharing weight loss stuff, then it will heavily reduce the organic reach pretty quickly. So try to be as relevant as possible and try to share valuable content with your audience, because whenever you get more likes or engagement on your post, your reach is going to increase. Mikhail has asked how to add CNAME to Replug. Mikhail, I think we have a knowledge base section um, in the top right corner in this where we have settings. Uh, Go over there and you will find all the details about adding CNAME. John is asking, can you auto post from RSS at random times? Yes, John, you can. Uh, the thing is, if you have RSS feeds, uh, you can add them in the sources first and then go into the automation campaign and select only the websites or the RSS feeds that you have added. Uh, this way, you will only be posting content from those RSS feeds, and you can select the times that you want to post to. So this is done by adding sources in the sources section and then creating automation campaign. We're also going to add a feature really soon about having bulk CSV uploader. If anyone is interested in that, that would be good. Geoffrey has said that good workaround for the iframe would be to embed on your own website, then post with Replug link. Um, I think that will come under copywriting problem, because if we are in copying anyone's content on our website and then iframing it, they may like initiate a copyright uh, notice to us that we're copying their content. That's why we are refraining from that practice. I think the questions have stopped, and um, I may have missed some questions because there were a lot of questions that I was not able to quickly, um, you know, follow up. So I may have missed, and if I missed some questions, I'm sorry about that. But we're definitely going to address those questions in our blog post or email or in our group, because that will be pretty good for feedback and everything. And okay, we just got a question regarding IDP to have the Replug link to come to the article. Let's try today. Yes, yes, Travis, we had this feature requested by someone else in the group as well. So that feature is definitely going to be in the Replug update, maybe within this week or so. I can't promise the exact time, but I'll try to make it as quickly as possible. Mm, someone has asked about the Facebook group. I don't have the exact Facebook group's URL. Can someone paste the group URL over here, if possible? Yes, Geoffrey, embedding YouTube videos are 100% and always okay. You don't need to ask for permission for anyone, because the reason is we are not copying the content to our website. We are embedding it, and embedding is 100% allowed. No matter what network it is, it can be YouTube, Dailymotion, Facebook, Twitter. If you are embedding content, then that's 100% allowed. Oh, thanks a lot. Caroline has shared the Facebook group. If someone is not into the Facebook group, please join the group, and hopefully we'll try to answer all of the questions in there that we've missed. Um I think that is it for the webinar. It has been pretty long. I'm sorry about that, and I have been, maybe my mic is not working perfectly because I am out of country at the moment and I was traveling, so I just had to make it up pretty quickly because I had promised that I'm gonna do a webinar. So I'm not like filled with my full equipment and everything that I have at home. So hopefully it was informatory webinar for you, and hopefully you must have learned how to use ContentStudio and Replug. And if there's anything that I've missed, you can send us a question on support@contentstudio.io, or you can send it to my personal email as well, wakar@contentstudio.io. You can hit the live chat box on our website if you have any problems. Uh, and we are going to conduct some more webinars in the upcoming days about the next one will be, I think, about, because I have experience of managing and running social media management agencies, so I'm going to talk about that in detail. I'm going to come prepared, and hopefully it will be a better webinar than this. And after that, I'm going to talk about some different content marketing strategies in the next webinar. And Hopefully, the sessions will continue and you'll learn more about content marketing and social media marketing. And for everyone, I'm going to share the recording of this webinar as soon as it will be available. So thank you to everyone who came to the webinar. I am extremely thankful to all of you. Thank you.